You're gonna record the whole thing?
Yeah, we are live now. And I'll just cut off the top. Have fun.
Thanks. You as well.
Nope. I will find it later.
Hello, thank you very much for being here. We are the Active Classical Theater Company. You have come to see Julius Caesar. I hope you know that. Somebody thought it was Romeo and Juliet last weekend. It's not that. We are a classical theater company. This is a full-length Shakespeare production, so the language will be Shakespeare's language. All of the sound effects we are trying to do as accurate to the time as possible. So if you hear thunder, that's somebody backstage shaking something. You will get a 15-minute intermission. The bathrooms are this way, kind of how you came in, but we'll help you find them. The lights will go up. It will be announced. A few announcements about today's show. So, our Mark Antony got COVID. We miss him dearly. We have found another actor. He's wonderful. His name is Andy Roblin. He found out that he was doing this 2 days ago. He already did one show. It's amazing. He will be on book, so we will have to order in front of him, but give him your grace and your support, please. And our Cicero tonight is David. Without further ado, please enjoy the show.
Thence, home, you idle creatures, thence you home. Is this a holiday? What, being mechanical, you ought not walk upon a laboring day without the sign of your profession? You, sir, speak. What trade art thou?
Why, sir, a carpenter.
Where is thy leather apron and thy rule? What dost thou with thy best apparel on? You, sir, what trade are you?
Truly, sir, in respect of fine word, I am what, as you would say, a
But what trade art thou? Answer me directly.
a trade, sir, that I hope I may use with safe conscience, which is indeed, sir, a mender of bad souls.
What trade thou naughty knave, what trade?
Nay, I beseech you, sir, be not out with me. Yet, if you be out, sir, I can mend you.
What meanest thou by that? Mend me, thou saucy fellow.
Why, sir, come you.
So thou art come.
Truly, sir, all that I live on is with the all. I meddle with no trades in matters nor women's matters, but with all I am indeed, sir, a surgeon to hold shoes. When they are in great danger, I would cover them, as proper men as ever trod on means leather have gone.
But why art thou in thy shop today? Why do you leave these men about the streets?
Truly, sir, to wear out their shoes, to get myself into work. But indeed, sir, we make holiday to see Caesar and rejoice in his triumph.
Wherefore rejoice? What conquest brings he home? What chariots follow him to Rome to grace in captive bonds his chariot wheels? Blocks. You stones, you worse than senseless things. Oh, you hard hearts, you cruel men of Rome, knew you not Pompey? Many a time and oft have you climbed up to walls and battlements, to towers and windows, yea, to chimney tops, your infants in your arms, and there have sat the livelong day with patient expectation to see great Pompey pass the streets of Rome. And when you saw his chariot but appear, have you not made an universal shout that Tiber trembled underneath her banks to hear the replication of your sound made in her concave shores? best attire? And do you now call it a holiday? And do you now strew flowers in his way? Comes in triumph over Poppy's blood? Be gone! Run to your houses! Fall upon your knees! Pray to the gods to intermit the plague and you must lay on this ingratitude!
Go! Go, good countrymen! And for this fault, assemble all the poor men of your sorts. Draw them the Tiber banks and weave your tears into the channels, the lowest tree to kiss the most exalted shores of all. See where their basest metal be not moved. They vanish, tongue-tied in their guiltiness. Go you down that way towards the capital. This way will lie. Disrobe the images to find them decked with ceremonies.
May we do so, you know it is the feast of Lupercal.
It is a matter. Let the images be hung with Caesar's trophies. All about and drive away the vulgar from the streets. So do you too, where you perceive them thick. These growing feathers plucked from Caesar's wings will make them fly in ordinary course. Who else would soar above the view of men and keep us all in servile fearfulness?
Friends! Calpurnia! Calpurnia! Standing directly in Antonius' way as he doth run his course. Antonius! Thither, my lord! Get not in your speed, Antonius, to touch Calpurnia. For our elders say the baron, touch it in this holy case. Shake off their sterile thirst. I shall remember, when Caesar said, do this, it is performed. Set on, to leave no ceremony out.
Caesar!
Ha! Who calls?
If everyone be still, speak yet again.
Who is it in the press that calls on me? I hear a tongue, shriller than all the music, cry,
Caesar!
speak! Caesar's turn to hear.
Beware the eyes of March.
What man is that?
The soothsayer bids you beware the Ides of March.
Come, bring him before me. Let me see his face.
Fellow, come from the throng. Look upon Caesar.
What sayest thou to me now? Speak! Once again.
Beware the eyes of March.
Ha! This man is a dreamer! Let us leave him. Pass.
Will you go to see the order of the course? No, I pray you do. And not gain some, do like some part of that quick spirit which is in Antony. Let me not give a Cassius with his eyes, only Brutus. I do observe you now. I have not from your eyes that gentleness and show of love as I am wont to have. You bear too stubborn, too strange a hand over your friend that loves you. Cassius, be not deceived. If I have veiled my countenance, I turn the trouble of my looks merely upon myself. Vexed I am of late with passions of some difference, conceptions only proper to myself, which give some soil perhaps to my behaviors. But let not, therefore, my good friends be grieved, among which number, Cassius, be you one, nor construe any further my neglect than that poor Brutus with himself at war forgets the shows of love to other men. Brutus, I much mistook your passions, wherein this heart of mine hath buried thoughts of great value, worthy cogitations. Tell me, good Brutus, can you see your face? No, Cassius, the eye sees not itself but by reflection, by some other thing. 'Tis just, and it is very much lamented, Brutus, that you have no such mirror as to turn your hidden worthiness into your eyes, that you may see your shadow. I have heard where many of the best respect in Rome, except the mortal Caesar, speaking of Brutus and groaning under this age's yoke, having wished that Brutus had his eyes. Into what dangers would you lead me, Cassius, that you would have me seek within myself for that which is not in me? Be prepared to hear. And since you know that you cannot see yourself so well as by reflection, I, your glass, will modestly discover to yourself that of yourself which you yet not know. And be not jealous on me, gentle Brutus. Were I a common laughter, or did you stale with oaths my love to any new pretexture? Or if you know that I do fawn on men, put them hard
card and thereafter scandal. Or if you know that I profess myself in the banquet and all the rout, then won't be dangerous.
What means this shouting? I do believe the people choose Caesar for their king.
Aye. Do you fear it? I must think you would not have it so.
I would not, Cassius, yet I love him well. But wherefore do you keep me here? What is it you would impart me? If it be aught towards the general good, set honor in one eye and death in the other, I will look on both indifferently. But so the gods speed me, I love the name of honor more than I fear death.
I know that virtue to be in you, Brutus, as well as I do know your outward favor. Well, honor is the subject of my story. I know not what you and other men think of this life, but as for my single self, I had as lief not as live to be in awe of such a thing as myself. I was born free as Caesar. So were you. We had both fed as well. We can both endure what is cold as well as he. For once upon a raw and gusty day, the troubled tide chafing with their shores, Caesar said to me, "Darest thou, Cassius, leap into this angry flood and swim to yon point." Upon the word, hooped as I was, I plunged in and made him follow. And so he did. The torrent roared, and we did buffet with lusty sinews stirring at the side, stemming it in parts of controversy. But ere we could arrive at the point proposed, Caesar cried, "Help me, Cassius, or I sink!" I, as Aeneas, our great ancestor, did from the flames of Troy the old Anchises bear. So from the waves of the Tiber did I the tired Caesar. And this man has become a god, and Cassius is but a wretched creature who must bend his body if Caesar carelessly but not on him. He had a fever when he was in Spain, and when the fit was on him, I did mark how he did shake. Aye, this god did shake. His coward lips from their color did fly, and that eye, whose bend off all the world, did lose its luster. I did hear him groan. Aye, and that tongue that bade the Romans mark and set his speeches in their books. "Alas," he cried, "give me some drink, Titinius, as a sick girl." You gods, it doth amaze me how a man of such a feeble temper should so get the start of the majestic world and bear upon alone.
Another general shout. Do you believe these applauses of us of new honors heaped upon Caesar?
Why, man, he doth bestride the narrow world like a colossus, and we petty men walk under his legs and peep about to find ourselves dishonorable graves. Now, Brutus, I know our father spoke of Brutus once, who would have brooked the eternal devil to keep his state and use the throne as easily as a king.
That you love me, I'm nothing jealous. What you would work me towards, I have some aim. How I have thought of these things I shall recount hereafter. For this present time, I will not so much with love I do entreat you be any further moved. What you have said, I will consider. What you have to say, I will with patience hear, and find a time will meet to hear and answer such high-minded things. Till then, chew upon this, that Brutus had rather be a villager than repute himself a son of Rome under these hard conditions that these times are like to thy hearts.
I am glad my weak words have struck but thus much show of fire from Brutus.
Things are done, and Caesar is returned.
As then pass by, upon passerby to sleep, and he will, after his sour fashion, tell us when that proceeded worthy of today.
I will do so, but look ye, the angry spot doth glow on Caesar's brow, and all the rest look like a chicken tray. But Bernius' cheek is pale, and Cicero looks with such ferret and such fiery eyes as he often seen him in the Capitol, being crossed in conference by some senators.
Casco across with the matters.
Antonius! Caesar! Have men about me that are fat, sleek-headed men and such as sleep o' nights. Yon Cassius has a lean and hungry look. He thinks too much. Such men are dangerous.
Oh, fear him not, Caesar. He is not dangerous. He is a noble Roman and well given.
Well, you are fatter, but I fear him not. Yet, if my name were Linus, I do not know the man I should avoid so soon as that spare Cassius. He reads much. He's a great observer, and he looks quite through the deeds of men. He loves no plagues as thou dost, Antony. He hears no music, and seldom he smiles, and smiles in such a sort as if he mocked himself and scorned the spirit that moved. He smiled at him. Such men as he never at heart's ease, and behold greater than themselves, and therefore are they very prize hand for this year's death, and tell me truly what thou thinkest of it.
You hold me by the cloak. Will you speak with me?
Aye, Casca, tell us what hath chanced today that Caesar looks so sad.
Like you were with him. Were you not?
Should not then have asked Casca what hath chanced.
Why, there was a crown offered him. And being offered him, he put it by the back of his head. Thus, and the people fell a shouting.
What was the second noise for?
Why for that too?
They shouted thrice. What was the last cry for?
Why for that too?
Was the crowd offered me thrice?
I married twas. And he put it by thrice. Each time gentler than the other. And at every putting by, my eyes never shouted.
Who offered him the crown?
Answer me.
What's the matter with gentle Casca?
And as well be heinous, tell the manner of it. It was mere foolery. I did not mark it. I saw Mark Antony offer him a crown. Yet it wasn't a crown, neither it was one of these coronets. And, as I told you, it went backwards. But, to my thinking, he would think have had it. Then he offered it to him again. Then he put it by again. But, to my thinking, it was very little like his fingers on it. And then he offered it the third time. He put it the third time by, and still, as he refused it, the rivalmen hooted and clapped their chopped hands and threw out their sweaty nightcaps and let out such a deal of stinking breath because Caesar refused the crown that it almost choked Caesar. For he swooned and fell down at it. For my own part, I durst not laugh for fear of opening my lips and receiving that air.
But soft, I pray you. What? Did Caesar swoon?
It is very like he hath the following say this.
No, he hath it not. But you, and I, and honest Casca, we have the following.
I know not what you mean by that. I am sure Caesar fell down. The Taggart people did not clap him and kiss him according as he pleased and displeased him. They used to do the players in the theater. I am no true man.
What said you when he came up to himself?
Mary, before he fell, when he perceived the common word was glad he refused the crown, he plucked me bit oak his doublet and offered them his throat to cut. I'd been a man of any occupation, I would not have taken him at his word. But when I met the hell among the ropes, so it fell. When he came to himself again, he said if he had done or said anything amiss, he begged their worships to think it was his infirmity. Wherefore wenches, for I stood crying, alas, good soul! Forgave him with all their hearts. Which no peace had taken of them. Caesar had stabbed their mothers, but then no less.
And after that he came not sad away.
Did Cicero say anything?
He spoke Greek.
To what effect?
Nay, and I'll tell you that, they'll never look him in the face again. Those that understood him smiled at one another and shook their heads. For my own part, it was Greek to me. I could tell you more news, too. Marius and Flavius, for pulling scarves off Caesar's images, are put to silence. Very well. There was more foolery yet, if I could remember it.
Will you sup with me tonight, Casca?
No, I had promised work.
Will you dine with me tomorrow?
If I be alive, since you're mindful, your dinner works, Peter.
Good, I will expect you.
Do so. Farewell, both.
What a blunt fellow is this grown to be. He was quick mental when he went to school.
So is he now, in execution of any bold or noble enterprise. However, he puts on this party form. This rudeness is the sauce in his good wit, which gives men stomach to digest his words with better appetite.
And so it is. But for this time, I will leave you. Tomorrow, if you would speak to me, I will come to you. Or, if you will, come to me, and I will wait for you.
I will do so. Till then, think of the world. Well, Brutus, thou art noble, and I see thy honorable manner may be wrought from that is discovered. Therefore it is meet that noble minds keep ever with their lives, for who so firm that cannot be seduced? I will this night in several hands into this window's throw, as if they came from several Romans, writings, all tending to the great opinion Rome holds of his name, wherein obscurely Caesar's ambition shall be glanced at. After this, let Caesar sheath him short, for we will shake him, or worse days endure. Good evening, Casca. Brought you Caesar home. Why are you breathless? Why scare you so?
Are you not moved with all the sway of earth shakes that have made a burn? Oh, Cicero, I have seen tempests that have riveted the knotty oaks, and I have seen the ambitious ocean swell and rage and foam to be exalted with threatening clouds. Never till tonight, never till now did I go through a tempest rapid fire. Even there is a civil strife in heaven, perhaps the world, too saucy with gods, and senses them to send destruction.
Why, saw you anything more wonderful?
A common slave, you know him well last night, held up his left hand, which could flame and burn like 20 torches joined, and yet his hand, not so full of fire, remained unscorched. Besides, I had not since put up my sword against the capital, and met a lion who blazed upon me and went surely by without annoying me. I was drawn upon my feet 100 ghastly women, transformed with fear, who swore they saw men, all in fire, walk up and down the streets. And yesterday, the murder night did sit even at noonday upon the marketplace, hooting and shrieking. These Fridays do so for joining me. Let men not say these are their reasons. They are natural. For I believe their pretentious things unto the climate that they point upon.
Indeed, these are strange. But men may construe things after their fashion, clean from the purpose of the things themselves. Comes Caesar to the capital tomorrow.
He doth, for he did bid Antonius send word to you if he would be there tomorrow.
Good night, then, Casca. These disturbed skies are not to walk.
Farewell, Cicero.
Who's that?
A Roman!
Casca by your voice.
Curious good. Cassius, what night is this?
A very pleasing night to an honest man.
Whoever knew the heavens menace so?
Why, those who have known the earth so full of faults. For my part, I have walked about the streets submitting me unto this perilous night, and thus, unbracing Casca, as you see, hath borne my bosom to the thunderstone. And when the cross blue light seemed to open the breast of heaven, I did present myself, even in the aim and very flash.
But wherefore did you so much tempt the heavens? Is the power of man to fear and tremble when the most mighty gods bring tokens, send such dreadful heralds to astonish us?
You are tall, Casca, and those sparks of life that should be in a Roman you do want, or else you use not. You look pale, gaze, and put on fear, and cast yourself in wonderment to see the strange impatience of the heavens. But if you would consider the true cause, why all these fires? Why all these gliding ghosts? Why birds and beasts for falling in time? Why old men, fools, and children calculate? Why all these things are changed from their ordinances, their performing faculties and natures? Why, you shall find that heaven hath infused them with these spirits to serve as instruments of fear and warning unto some monstrous state. How could I name to you, Casca, a man very much like this dreadful night, who thunders, lightnings, and roars as not the lion in the capital? A man no mightier than thyself or me in action, yet prodigious grown and fearful as these strange eruptions are.
'Tis Caesar that we, 'tis not Cassius.
Let it be who it is, for Romans now have thews and limbs like to our ancestors. But woe the while our fathers' minds are dead, and we are governed by our mother's spirits.
Indeed,
Our yoke suffers.
indeed, they say the senators tomorrow mean to establish Caesar as king, and he shall wear his crown by sea and land in every place save here in Italy.
I know where I will wear this dagger then. Cassius, from bondage will deliver Cassius. Therein you gods who make the weak most strong. Therein you gods who tyrants to defeat. Nor stony tower, nor walls of beaten brass, nor airless dungeon, nor strongling's mind can be retentive of strength of spirit. But life, being wary of these worldly bars, never lacks power to dismiss itself. If I know this, I know all the world besides. That part of tyranny that I do bear, I can shake off at pleasure.
So can I. So every bondman in his own hand bears the power to cancel his captivity.
And why then should Caesar be tyrant? Poor man, I know he were no wolf, but that he sees the Romans are but sheep. You were no lion, were the Romans not hinds. Those that with haste will make a mighty fire, started with weak straw. What trash is grown? What rubbish? And what offal when it serves for the base man to illuminate so vile a thing as Caesar? But, oh, grief, where hast thou led me? I perhaps speakest before a willing bondman. Then I know my answer must be made. For I am armed, and dangers to me are indifferent.
You speak to Casca. Such a man, that is no clear telltale. Well, I get it. Be factious for us all these griefs, and will set this foot of mine as far as we goes furthest.
There's a bargain made. Now know you, Casca, I have moved already some certain of the noblest minded Romans to undergo with me an enterprise of honorable, dangerous consequence. And I know they do stay for me in Pompey's porch, for there is no stir or walking in the streets this night. The reflection of the element favors like the work we have at hand, most bloody, fiery, and most terrible.
Stay close a while, for here comes one in haste.
This Cinna I know by his gait. He is a friend. Cinna, I haste you, sir.
To find out you. Who's that? And tell us, Kimber.
No, it is Casca, one of the forward to our attempts. Am I not stayed for, Cinna?
I'm glad on it. What a fearful night is this. There's 2 or 3 of us have seen strange sights.
Am I not stayed for, Cinna? Tell me.
Yes, you are. Oh, Cassius, if you could but win the noble Brutus to our party.
You can contend, Cinna. Here, take this and place it on the piper's chair where Brutus may find it. Take this and throw these in its window, and set this up with racks on the old Brutus's statue. That done, prepare the Pompey's porch where you shall find us. Is Trebonius and Decius Brutus there?
All of Metellus Kimber. And he's gone to seek you at your house. Well, I will hie and so bestow these papers, as you bid.
That done, prepare for Pompey's theater. Come, Casca. Ere day we shall see Brutus at his house. The man is 3 parts ours already, and the man entire upon the next encounter yields him honors.
Peace is high in all the people's hearts, that which would appear offense in us. His countenance, like richest alchemy, changed to virtue and to worthiness.
Him, his worth, and our great need of him, you have right well conceived. Let us go. It is after midnight. Ere day we shall awaken him, be sure.
Boy! Lucius! Cannot by the progress of the stars give guess how near it is today. What? Lucius! Would it were my fault to sleep so soundly? When? Lucius, when? Awake, I say! What? Lucius!
Call you, my lord?
Give me a taper in my study, Lucius. When it is light, you come and hold me here.
I will, my lord.
Must be by his death. And yet, for my part, I know no personal cause to spurn at him but for the general. Would be crowned. Well, that might change his nature, there's the question. It is the bright day that brings forth the adder and craves weary walking. Crown him that, and then I grant we put a sting at him, that he may at his will do mischief with. It is the abuse of greatness, which disjoins remorse from power. And yet, to speak truth of Caesar, I have not known when his reason swayed more than his affection. But 'tis a common proof that lowliness is young ambition's ladder, whereto the climber upward turns his face, and having achieved the utmost rung, looks into the clouds, scorning the base degrees by which he did ascend. So Caesar may, and lest he may, prevent. And since this quarrel will bear no colour for the thing he is, fashion it thus, that what he is augmented would run to these and these extremities, and therefore think him as the serpent's egg, which hatched would, as his kind, grow mischievous, and kill him in the shell.
The paper burning for a closet, sir. Searching the window for a flint, I found this paper, thus sealed, and I'm sure it did not lie there when I looked at it.
Give it to me again. Get you to bed again, it's not day. It is not tomorrow, boy, the Ides of March.
I know not, sir.
Look at the calendar for me, boy.
I will, sir.
The exhalations whizzing in the air give so much light I may read about them. Brutus, thou sleeps. Wake and see thyself. Shall roll, etc. Speak, strike, redress. Brutus, thou sleeps. Awake. Such exhortations have I often found where I did pick them up. Shall roll, etc. Must thy peace about. Shall Rome stand under one man's arm? What? Rome? My ancestors from the streets of Rome did the Tarquin drive when he was called a king. Speak, strike, redress. I entreated to speak and strike. O Rome, I give thee promise that should the redress follow, thou receivest thy full petition at the hand of Brutus.
Sir, March has wasted 15 days.
This is good. We get you to the gate, somebody knocks. Since Cassius first did wet me against Caesar, I have not slept. Between the acting of the dreadful thing and the first motion, all the interim is like a phantasma or a hideous dream. The genius and the mortal instruments are then in council, and the state of man, like unto little people, suffers then the nature of an insurrection.
Sir, 'tis your brother Cassius at the door, who does desire to see you.
Is he alone?
No, sir, there are none with him.
Do you know them?
No, sir, their hats are plucked about their ears, and half their faces buried in their cloaks. That by no means I may discover them by any mark of favor.
Let them enter. They are the conspiracy. Shameful conspiracy. Darest thou to show thy dangerous brow by night, when evil's almost free? Oh, then by day, where wilt thou find a cavern dark enough to mask thy monstrous visage? Seek none conspiracy. Hide it in smiles and affability. For if thou pat thy native semblance on, not Erebus itself were dim enough to hide thee from prevention.
I fear we are too bold upon your best. Good morrow, Brutus. Do we trouble you?
I've been up this hour awake all night. No idea spend it with you.
Aye, every man of them, and no one here but honors you. And everyone, God, wish you have that same opinion of yourself which every noble Roman has. This is Trebonius.
He is welcome hither.
This is Brutus.
He is welcome also.
This Casco. This Cinna. And this Metellus Kimber.
They are all welcome. What cares interpose themselves twixt your eyes and mine?
Shall I entreat a word?
Here lies the east. Doth not the day break here?
No. Oh, pardon, sir, it dawned.
Yonder lines that fret the clouds are messengers of death.
You shall confess that you are both deceived. Here, as I point my sword, the sun rises. It is a great way growing in the south, weighing in the youthful season of the year. Some 2 months hence, up higher towards the north, the first presents the spire, and the highest stands as the capital, directly here.
Give me your hands all over again, one by one, and let us swear our resolution. No, not an oath. If not the face of men, the sufferance of our souls, the times of use. If these be motives, we break off the times, and hence every man home to his idle bed. So let high-sighted tyranny rage on till each man drop by lottery. But if these, as I am sure they do, bear fire enough to kindle cowards and steal with valor the melting spirits of women, what spur need we but our own cause to bring us to redress? What other bond than secret Romans that have spoke the word and will not falter? And what other oath than honesty to honesty engage that this shall be, or we will fall for it? Swear priests and cowards and men cautelous, old feeble carrions and such souls as do suffer wrongs. Under bad causes swear such creatures as men doubt. But do not stain the even virtue of our enterprise, to think that our cause or our performance did be an oath, when every drop of blood that every Roman bears, and nobly bears, is guilty of a several blasphemy, if he do break from the smallest particle of any promise that hath passed from him.
But what of Cicero? Shall we sound him? For I think he will stand very strong with us.
Let's not leave him out. No, by no means.
Oh, let us have it. For his silver hairs were just a good thing. And by my voice, the shall we say the judgment cool their hands? Are you modest? Another here. All the very days, right?
Name him not. Let us not break with him, for he will never follow anything that other men begin.
Then leave him out.
Indeed, he's not fit.
Shall no man else be touched, but only Caesar?
Well urged that he is. For I think it is not meet that Mark Antony, so well beloved of Caesar, should outlive Caesar. For we shall find in him a shrewd contriver, and as you know, his means, if he improve them, they stretch so far as to annoy us all, which to prevent that Antony and Caesar fall together.
Of course, will seem too bloody, Caius Cassius. To cut the head off and then hack the limbs afterwards is wrapped in death and envy afterwards. For Antony is but a limb of Caesar. Let's be sacrificers, not butchers, Caius. We all stand against the spirit of Caesar. And in the spirit of men there is no blood. Oh, that we could come by the spirit of Caesar and not dismember Caesar. Alas, Caesar must bleed for it. And, gentle friends, let's kill him boldly, not bloodily. Let's carve him as a dish fit for the gods, not as a carcass fit for the hounds. And let our hearts, as subtle masters do, stir up their servants to an act of rage, and afterwards seem to chide them. This shall make our purpose necessary and not envious, which so appearing to the common eye, we shall be called purgers, not murderers. And as for Mark Antony, think not of him, for he can do no more than Caesar's arm when Caesar's head is cut off.
And yet I fear, for in the engrafted love he bears to Caesar.
Alas, good Cassius, think not of him. If he do love Caesar, all he can do is unto himself. Take heart and die for Caesar. And that is much he should, for he is given to games, to wildness, and much company.
There is no fear in him. Let him not die. He will live and laugh at this hereafter.
Peace. From the clock.
The clock hath stricken 3.
It is time to part.
But it is not yet known if Caesar will come forth today or no. The superstitious grumblingly, from the opinion held once of fantasies of dreams and ceremonies. It may be these apparent prodigies, the unaccustomed terror of the night, and the persuasion of his auguries may keep him happy.
Never fear that. If you be so resolved, I can nurse with. For he loves to hear that unicorns can be betrayed with trees, and bears with glasses, elephants with holes, lions with toils, and men with flatterers. But when I tell him he hates flatterers, he says he does, being then most flattered. Let me work, for I can give his humor true bent, and I will bring him to the capital.
Now, for we will all of us be at passion.
By the 8th hour, is that the utmost?
Speak at the utmost and fail not then.
Titus Bulgarians of Pharisees depart, who raised a bell upon me. Order none you, Father?
Now, good Metellus, go along by. He loves me well, and I have given him reason. Send him but hither, and I will fashion.
The morning comes upon us. The leaders. And friends, disperse yourselves, and all remember what you've said here, and show yourselves true Romans.
Good gentlemen, look fresh and merrily. Let not our looks put on our purposes, but bear it, as our Roman actors do, with formal spirits and untired constancy. And so good morrow to you, every one. Boy! Lucius! What? Cast sleep. 'Tis no matter. Enjoy the honey-honey dew of slumber. Thou hast no cares, no fantasies which busy care draws in the brains of men. Therefore thou sleepest so sound.
Brutus, my lord.
Portia, with me. Therefore rise you now. It's not thus we are helped to commit your brief condition to the rock old boy.
Not for yours, neither. You ungently were stolen from my bed. Yesterday at supper you suddenly rose and walked about, musing and sighing with your arms across. I asked you what was the matter and stared upon you with ungentle looks. I urged you further. You scratched your head and too impatiently stamped your foot. Yet I insisted. Yet you answered not, but with angry rupture of your hand gave sign for me to leave. So I did, fearing to strengthen that impatience which seemed too much enkindled, and hoping it was withal but an effective humor, which hath its hour with every man. It will not let you eat, or talk, or sleep. You couldn't work so much upon your shape as it hath prevailed in your condition. I should not know you, Brutus. Dear my lord, make me acquainted with your cause of grief.
I am not well in health, and that is all.
Brutus is wise, and were he not well and healthy, he would grace the means to come by it.
So I do. Good Portia, go to bed.
What? Is Brutus sick? It isn't physical to walk about and suck up the humors of the dank morning. What? Is Brutus sick? Will he steal out of his wholesome bed and dare the vile contagion of the night, and tempt the roomy and unpurged air to add unto his sickness? No, Brutus. Some sycophants within your mind that by right and virtue of my place I ought to know of. And upon my knees I charm you, by my once commended beauty, by all your vows of love, by the great vow that did incorporate, make us one, that you unfold to me your half, yourself, why you are heavy, and what man hath been you tonight. Here came some 6 or 7 who had their faces even from darkness.
Kneel not, gentle Portia.
I should not need if you were gentle, Brutus. Within the bond of marriage, tell me, Brutus, is it accepted that I should know no secrets that appertain to you? Am I yourself, with, as it were, in sort of limitation to keep with you at meals, comfort your bed, and talk to you sometimes? Dwell I within the suburbs of your good pleasure? Oh, it can be no more than Portia is Brutus's harlot, not his wife.
You are my true and honorable wife, as dear to me as all the ruddy drops that visit my sad heart.
This were true. Should I know the secret? Grant that I am a woman, who the Lord Brutus took to wife. Grant that I am a woman well reputed, Cato's daughter. Think you are no stronger than my sex, being so fathered and so husbanded. I will need more counsels. I'll not disclose them.
I've made strong proof of my competency here, giving myself a voluntary wound in the thigh. And I bear that with patience and not my husband's secrets.
You gods, make me worthy of this noble life. Relax. Get you in a while, Portia, and by thy bosom shall partake the secrets of my heart. All my engagements I will construe to thee, all the charactering of my sad brows. Leave me with haste. Lucius, who's that knocks?
Here's a sick man that will speak.
Caius Ligarius, the Vitellis spoke of. Boy, stand aside. Caius Ligarius, how?
Vouchsafe the morrow from feeble tongue.
What a time you have chosen out, my Caius, to wear a kerchief, which you were not sick.
I am not sick, if Brutus haven't any exploit worthy of any honor.
Such an exploit have I in hand, Ligarius, that you are healthful here to hear it.
By all the gods that wouldst bow before I hear, discard my sickness. Soul of Rome, brave son to wife and honorable ones. Thou like an exorcist hast conjured up my mortified spirit. Now bid me run, and I will strive with things impossible. Yea, get the better from. What's to do?
A piece of work that will make sick men whole.
What? Are not some whole that we must make sick?
And must we also. What it is, my Caius, I will unfold to thee as we are going, to whom it must be done.
Sit on your foot, and the heart may fire, I thought. To do, I know not what. It sufficeth that Brutus leads me on.
Follow me then.
Nor heaven nor earth can peace to them. Thrice hath Calpurnia, her sleep, cried out, help, ho! They murder Caesar. Who's within? Lord, go, bid the priests do present sacrifice, and bring me their opinions of success. I will go.
What mean you, Caesar? Think you to walk forth? You shall not stir out of your house today.
Caesar shall. The things that dread me ne'er look but on my back. When they see the face of Caesar, they are vanishing.
Caesar, I never stood on ceremonies, yet now they frighten me. There is one within. Besides the things that we have heard and seen, recounts the most horrid sights seen by the watch. A lioness hath woken in the streets, and graves have yawned and yielded up their dead. Fierce fury warriors fought upon the clouds in ranks and squadrons in right form of war, which drizzled blood upon the capital. The noise of battle hurtled in the air. Horses did neigh and diamond and groan, and ghosts did shriek and squeal about the streets. Oh, Caesar, these things are beyond all use, and I can fear them.
What can be avoided? Whose end is purposed by these mighty gods? Yet Caesar shall fall. These predictions are to the world in general as to Caesar.
When beggars die, there are no comets seen. The heavens themselves blaze forth the death of princes.
Cowards! Die many times before they're dead. The valiants never taste of death but once. Of all the wonders I have yet seen, it seems most strange to me, seeing that death, a necessary end, will come and will come. What say the augurs? They would not have me start forth today.
Lucky that Israel was sacred. They could not find a heart within the
Ah! The gods sense the shame of cowardice. Caesar should be at peace without a heart. He should stay at home today for fear no danger. Danger knows full well that I am more dangerous than he. We are two bodies, littered in the same day, and I, the elder and more terrible, and Caesar shall fall.
Alas, my lord, your wisdom is concealed, and confidence do not go forth today. Comet, why
he shall say you are not well today. Let me upon my knee. Handle this.
Mark Antony shall say I am not well, and for thy humor I will stay home. Here's Decius Brutus, we shall tell them so.
Caesar! All hail! Good morrow, worthy Caesar. I have come to fetch you to the Senate House.
You are in very fine time. Send my greetings to the senators to tell them that I will not come. Cannot, it's fair not, false, sir. I will not come. Tell them so then.
Decius,
Shall Caesar send a lie? Have I in conquest stretched mine arm so far as to be afeared to tell graybeards the truth? I will not come. Tell them so then.
Most worthy Caesar, let me know some cause, lest I be laughed at when I tell him so.
The cause is in my will. I will not come. That is enough to satisfy the Senate. But for your private satisfaction, because I love you, I will let you know. My wife, Calpurnia, stays me home tonight. She dreamt tonight that she saw my statue, which, like a fountain with 100 spouts, did one pure blood, and many lusty Romans did come smiling and bathe their hands in it. And these does she apply for warnings and portents and evils in it, and on her knee hath begged me that I will stay home.
This dream is all misinterpreted. It was a vision fair and fortunate. Your statue, spouting blood in many pipes, in which many smiling Romans bathed, signifies that from you, great Rome shall stop reviving blood, and that great men shall press for portents, relics, and cognizance. This by Calpurnia's room is signified.
It's in this way you all sound.
I have. When you have heard what I can say, and know it now, the Senate have concluded to give this day a crown to mighty Caesar. If he shall send them word he will not come, their minds may change. Besides, it were mock apt to be rendered for someone to say, break up the Senate till another time when Caesar's wife shall meet with better dreams. If Caesar hides himself, shall they not whisper, lo, Caesar is afraid? Pardon me, Caesar, my dear, dear love, your preceding bids me cleanness, and reason to my love is life.
How foolish do your fears seem now, Calpurnia. I am ashamed that I did yield to them. Give me my robe. I will go. And here's Publius come to fetch me.
Good
Brutus, are you stirred so early too? Ask of Gaius Ligarius. Caesar was ne'er so much your enemy at that same ague which hath made you leave. What is the clock?
Caesar, 'tis struck in 8.
I thank you for your pains and courtesy. See, Antony, that revels long nights is not standing up. Good morrow, Antony.
Oh. So to most noble Caesar.
I'm too late to be thus wicked. Bid them prepare within. Sit up, Metellus, Trebonius. I have an hour's talk in store for you. Remember that you call on me today. Be near me, that I might remember you.
Caesar, I will. And so near will I be, till best friends shall wish I had been further.
Good friends, go in and taste some wine with me. And we, like friends, will straightway go together.
But every life is not the same, O Caesar. The heart of Brutus earns to think upon.
Caesar, beware of Brutus. Take heed of Cassius. Come not near Casca. Have an eye to Cinna. Trust not Trebonius. Mark well Metellus Kimber. Decius Brutus loves thee not. Thou hast wronged Caius Ligarius. There is but one mind in all these men, and it is bent against Caesar. Thou beest not immortal. Look about you.
Security gives way to conspiracy. The mighty gods defend me. My lover, Artemidorus. Here will I stand till Caesar pass along, and as a suitor will I give him this. My heart laments that virtue cannot live out of the teeth of emulation. Now read this, Caesar. Thou mayest live. If not, the fates with traitors do contrive.
I prithee, boy, run to the Senate house. See not to answer me, but get thee gone. Why dost thou stay?
To know my errand.
I would have thee there and here again, and I could tell thee what thou shouldst do there. Oh, Constancy, be strong by my side. Set a huge mountain between my heart and tongue. I have a man's mind, but a woman's might. Oh, how hard it is for women to keep counsel. Art thou here yet?
Madam, what shall I do? Run to the capital and nothing else? And so return to you in nothing else?
Yes, I prithee, boy, tell me how thy lord doth for human sick before. And take note of what Caesar doth and what suitors press to him. Hark, boy, what noise is that?
I hear none, madam.
Prithee, listen well. Sounds like a bustling rumor and a fray. The wind brings it from the capital.
Sooth, madam, I hear nothing.
Come hither, fellow. Whither hast thou been?
At my own house, good lady.
What is it to flock?
About the 9th hour, lady.
Caesar going to pass on to the capital?
Madam, not yet. I go to take my stand to see him pass on to the capital.
Thou hast some suit to Caesar, hast thou not?
That I have. If it would please Caesar to be so good to Caesar as to hear me, I shall beseech him to befriend himself.
Why, no so many harms intended towards him?
None that I know may be, much that I fear may chance. Good morrow to you. Here the street is narrow. The throng that follows Caesar at the heels, of senators, priors, common suitors, will crowd a feeble man almost to death. Lead me to a place more void, and from there speak to great Caesar as he comes along.
I must go in. I have frail hearted woman is. Oh, Brutus, may the gods speed thee on thy enterprise. Should the boy heard me. Brutus have a suit that Caesar will not grant. Oh, think. Run, Lucius, and commend me to thy lord. Say I am married. Come back to me again and bring me what he doth say.
The Ides of March are come.
Hi, Caesar. The mob's gone.
Hail, Caesar. Read this schedule.
Everybody is still desiring to or be at your best leisure. This is humble suits.
O Caesar, read mine first, for mine's a suit that touches Caesar nearer. Read it, great Caesar.
What touches us ourselves shall be last served.
Delay not, Caesar. Read it instantly.
What is the fellow Max?
Surround your place.
What? Venture your petitions in the street. Come to the capital.
I hope your enterprises today may thrive.
What enterprise, Popilius?
Very well.
Since Popilius Lega, they wish to let our enterprise may thrive. You will discover.
Look, you makes to Caesar, mock him.
Catherine, take place. We give permission.
Brutus, what shall be done?
This we know.
Neither Caesar nor Cassius shall turn back. I will slay myself.
Cassius speak constantly. But look, Julius later speaks not of our purposes. See, he smiles, and Caesar doth not change.
Look, you Brutus. Julius knows his place, for he draws Mark Antony out of the way.
Where's Metellus Kimber? Man presently prefers to Caesar.
He is addressed. Press near and sight with him.
Casca, you were the first to raise your hand.
Are we all ready? What is now amiss that Caesar and the Senate must redress?
Most high, most mighty, and most pleasant Caesar, Metellus Kimber goes before thy ample heart.
I must prevent thee. These couches and lowly courtesies might fire the blood of ordinary men, and turn preordinance and first decree into the law of children. Be not fond to think that Caesar bears such rebel blood that will be thawed from that true quality with that which melts fools. I mean, sweet words, low, crooked courtesies, base, spend, fun. Thy brother, by decree, is banishing. Thou dost bend and pray and fawn for him. I spurn thee like a cur out of my way. No, Caesar doth not wrong, nor without cause will he be satisfied.
Is there no voice more worthy than my own to sound more sweetly in the great Caesar's ear without counting my banished brother?
I kiss thy hand, Caesar, but not in flattery, begging thee that Publius Kimber may have an immediate freedom of appeal.
Brutus, pardon Caesar. Caesar, pardon him. As not to thy foot doth Cassius fall to beg enfranchisement for Julius Caesar.
It can be well moved if I were as you. If I could pray to move, prayers would move me. I am as constant as the northern star, of whose true face and resting quality there is no fellow in the firmament. The skies are painted with unnumbered sparks. They're all fire, and every one doth shine. But there's but one and all doth hold his place. So the world is furnished well with men, and men are flesh and blood and apprehensive. And under all, I do know but one, that unassailable hold on his rank, unshaken emotion, that I need. Let me be constant, that Kimber should remain banished, and constant to remain to keep himself.
Oh, Caesar!
Hence wilt thou lift up Olympus.
Great Caesar!
Doth not Brutus move this needle?
Speak! Hand! Grenade!
Ah! 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 And two? Lieutenant? Then, old Caesar. Ah! 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 Ah!
Liberty! Freedom! Tyranny is dead! Run hence! Proclaim! Cry about the streets!
Come to the common pulpits and cry out liberty, freedom, and enfranchisement.
People and Senate has been out of crisis. Cry out, stand still, and bid you take his pay.
Go to the pulpit, Brutus! Stand still!
Where's Publius?
Here! I can tackle with you.
Publius, good cheer. There is no harm intended to you, nor to any Roman else. So tell them, Publius.
And leave us, Publius, lest the people rushing in on us should do your age some mischief.
Do so. And let no man abide this deed but we the doers.
Where's Antony?
Fled to his house amazed. Men, wives, and children stare, cry, and run as it were doomsday.
Fates, you will know your pleasures. If we must die, 'tis certain. 'Tis but the time, drawing out of days that men stand upon.
Why, he that cuts off 20 years of life cuts off so many years of fearing death.
Read that, and then is death a benefit. So are we Caesar's friends, who have thus abridged his time of fearing death. Stoop, Romans, stoop, and let us bathe our hands in Caesar's blood, even up until the elbows, and let us besmear our swords. Then go we into the marketplace, carrying our red weapons o'er our heads, crying peace, liberty, and freedom.
Stoop then and watch. How many ages hence shall this our lofty scene be acted over, in states unborn and accents yet unknown?
How many times shall Caesar plead in sport, now on Pompey's dais lays, no worthier than the dust.
As oft as that shall be, so often shall we, the lot of us, be called the men who gave their country liberty.
What shall we forth?
Aye, let us away. Brutus shall lead, and we will grace his fields with the boldest and best parts of Rome.
But soft, who comes here? Friend of Antony's.
Thus, Brutus, did my master bid me kneel? Thus did Marcus bid me fall down? And the prostrate thus did me say, Brutus is noble, wise, valiant, honored. Caesar is mighty, full of royal money. Say, I love Brutus, and I honor him. Say, I feared Caesar, honored him, and loved him. If Brutus was vouchsafed, that Antony may safely come to him, and be resolved, how Caesar hath deserved to lie in death, Mark Antony shall not love Caesar dead, so well as Brutus living, but will follow the fortunes and affairs of noble Brutus, to the hazard of his untaught state, with all true faith. So says my master Antony.
My master is a wise and valiant Roman. I never thought him less. Tell him so please him come unto this place. He shall be satisfied, and by my honor depart untouched.
I'll fetch him presently.
We shall have him well to friend.
I wish we may, yet I have a mind that fears him much, and my misgiving falls shrewdly to the purpose.
But soft, here comes Antony. Welcome, Mark Antony.
O mighty Caesar, dost thy lie so low? Are all thy conquests, glories, triumphs, spoils, dropped in this little leisure? Fare thee well. I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. Who else must be let blood? Who else is prey? If I myself, there is no hour so fit as Caesar's death's hour, nor no instrument of half that worth as those your swords made rich with the most noble blood of all this world. I do beseech you, if you bear me hard, now, whilst your purple hands do reek and smoke, fulfill your pleasure. Live 1,000 years. No place will please me so, no meat of death, as here by Caesar, and by you cut off the choice and master spirits of his age.
O Antony, take not your death of us. Although we must now appear bloody and cruel by these our hands, in this present act you see to do, we see you but our hands, and this, the pleading business they have done. Our hearts you see not, they are pitiful, and pity to the general wrong of Rome, as fire drives out fire, so pity hath done this deed to Caesar. And for your part, to you, my Antony, our swords have 11 points. Arms in strength of malice, and our hearts in brother's temper do both with all kind thoughts, good words, and reverence.
Your voice shall be as strong as any man's in dispensing new games.
Only wait till we have appeased the multitude, besides themselves with fear, and then we shall render to you the reason why I, that did love Caesar, even when I did strike him, have thus proceeded.
I doubt not of your wisdom. Let each man render me his bloody hand. Gentlemen all, alas, what shall I say? My credit now stands on such slippery ground that one of two bad ways you must conceive me, either a coward or a flatterer. That I did love thee, Caesar, oh, 'tis true. If then thy spirit look upon us now, shall it not grieve thee dearer than thy death? To see thy Antony making his peace, shaking the bloody fingers of thy foes, most noble, in the presence of thy corpse. Had I as many eyes as thou hast wounds, weeping as fast as they stream forth thy blood, it would become me better than to close in terms of friendship with thine enemies.
Pardon me, Julius. Here wast thou made great part. Here didst thou fall. And here thou couldst stand side in thy spoil and crimson in thy land. Mark Antony. Cassius. I blame you not for praising Caesar so, but what compact mean you to have us? Shall you be pricked in number of our friends, or shall we laud and not depend on you? Shall depend on you. All I request is to speak at his funeral.
You shall, not can.
Brutus, what? You know not what you do. Do not consent that Antony should speak at his funeral. But know you how the people may be moved by that cheap water?
I your pardon. I will into the pulpit first and give the reason of our Caesar's death. What Antony says, I shall protest he speaks by leave and by permission, and that we are contented that Caesar should receive all true rites and lawful ceremonies. It shall advantage us more than do us harm.
I know not what may fall. I like it not.
Antony, here, take thou Caesar's body. You shall not in your speech blame us, but speak all good you can devise of Caesar. And you shall say you speak by our permission, you shall have no hand at all about his funeral. And you shall speak in the same pulpit whereto I am going after my speech is finished. Take up the body then, and follow us.
Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these pushes. Thou art the ruins of the noblest man that ever lived in the time of times. Woe to the hand that shed this costly blood. Over thy wounds now do I prophesy, which like dumb mouths do ope their ruby lips to beg the voice and utterance of my tongue. A curse shall light upon the limbs of men. Domestic fury and fierce civil strife shall cumber all the parts of Italy. Blood and destruction shall be so in use, and dreadful objects so familiar, that mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants thwarted with the hands of war. All pity choked with custom of fell deeds, and Caesar's spirits ranging for revenge, with Ate by his eye from hot from hell, shall in these confines, with a monarch's voice, cry havoc, and let split the dogs of war. Let this foul deed shall smell above the earth, carry on, growing to further. You serve Octavius Caesar, do you not? I do, Mark. Caesar did right for him to come to Rome. He has received his letters and is coming to Rome. He did in safety by worship. Caesar, thy heart is big. Get thee apart. It is passion I see is catching from mine eyes. Seeing those beads of sorrow stand in thine, began to walk. Is thy master coming? The eyes of the 7 beads of rose goes back with speed, and tell him what hath chanced. Here is a mourning Rome, a dangerous Rome, no Rome of safety for Octavius yet. Hide hence, and tell him so, and stay a while. Thou shalt not back till I have borne this corpse into the marketplace. There shall I try, in my oration, how the people take the cruel issue of these bloody men, according to the which thou shalt discourse to young Octavius of the saints. Be your hand.
Stay and give the audience praise. Fascists, go to the other street. Those that will hear me speak, let them stay here. Those that will hear Cassius, go and follow him. And public reason shall be rendered at Caesar's death. I will hear Brutus speak.
I will hear Cassius and compare the reasons with 7 to hear them rendered. You know Brutus is ascended. Silence.
Be patient. Relax. Romans, countrymen, lovers, hear me for my cause, and be silent that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor, and have respect for mine honor, that you may believe. Censure me in your wisdom, and await your senses, that you may the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, I say to him that Brutus's love to Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend should ask why Brutus rose against Caesar, I answer him this: not that I loved Caesar less, but that I love Rome more. Would you all rather Caesar were living and die all slaves, than that Caesar were dead to live all free men? As Caesar loved him, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There are tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base that would be a bondman? If any speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so rude that would not be a Roman? If any speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so vile that will not love his country? If any speak, for him have I offended. I pause for a reply.
None.
Brutus, none. None have I offended. I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus. The question of his death is enrolled in the Capitol. His glory is not extenuated whether he was worthy, nor his offenses enforced for which he suffered death. Here comes his body, mourned by Mark Antony, who, though he had no hand in it, shall receive the full benefit of his dying, namely a place in the Commonwealth, as which of you shall not. With this I depart. that as I slew my best lover for the good of Rome, I have the same dagger for myself, when it shall please my country to have need of my death.
Live! We would try to hold to his house.
You have statue unto his ancestors. Let him be Caesar. Caesar cannot be found.
We'll bring him to his house with shouts and clamours.
My countrymen!
Silence, Brutus speaks.
Good countrymen, let me depart alone, and for my sake, stay here, to grace to Caesar's corpse, and grace the speech tending to Caesar's glories, which Mark Antony, by our permission, is allowed to make. I pray you, let not a man depart, save I alone, till Antony have spoken.
Say hello and let us hear Mark Antony.
Let him go up into the public chair. We'll
We'll
hear
hear
him.
him.
No man's need to go up.
For Brutus' sake, I am beholding to you.
What does he say of Brutus? He says for Brutus' sake, he finds himself beholden to us all. For best he speak no honor for this fear.
Caesar was a tyrant.
Nay, that's certain we are blessed that Rome is rid of him. Peace, let us hear what Antony can say.
A gentle Roman,
Peace,
Oh,
let us
let's
hear
hear
him.
friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury you, not to praise you. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often heard with their bones. So let it be. The noble Brutus has told you Caesar was ambitious. If it was so, it was a grievous fault. And grievously had Caesar answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man. So are they all honorable men. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful, just. But Brutus says he wasn't rich. Brutus, honorable man. He had brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar's seem ambitious? Or that the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept? Ambition could be made of sterling stuff. But Brutus says he was ambitious. Brutus is an honorable man. You ought to see that on the Luca collar, thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambitious? But Brutus says he was. And sure, he is honorable man. I speak not to disprove what you spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love me, not without cause. What cause holds you then to mourn for him? Oh, Triton, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there at Caesar. And I must pause.
Is there a reason in saying this?
It's not considered worthy of the matter. Caesar's had great wrong. Has he, masters? I fear the one worse come in his place. Not too many words. Caesar did not wish for the crown.
Because so somewhat pure about it.
Poor soul, his eyes were like fire with weeping. He's not a nobler man in Rome than Antony. Mark him. He begins again to speak.
But yesterday the word of Caesar might have stood against the world. Now lies he dead, and none so forth his reverence. O masters, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus wrong and Cassius wrong, who you all know are honorable men. I will not do them. I rather choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you, than I will wrong such honorable men. But here's a parchment with the seal of Caesar. Let but the commons hear this testament. Pardon me, I do not mean to use. And they would go and kiss Caesar's wounds, and dip their napkins in sacred blood. Yea, beg a hair of him commemorable. I mention it within their words, and keeping it as a rich legacy unto their age.
Well, here's the will. Read it, Mark Antony.
Ah, patience, gentle friends. I must not read it. It is not me to know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood, you are not stone, but men. And being men, hearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you, it will make you mad. It is good you know not that you are dead. For if you should,
Read the will. We'll hear it, Antony.
will you be patient? Will you stay a while? I have overshot myself to tell you of it. I fear I wrong the honorable men whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. I do fear it.
They were traitors. Honorable men. The will. Murderers.
You will compel me then to read the will? Then make a ring about the corpse of Caesar, and let me show you him that made the will. Shall I descend? And will you give me leave?
Come down. Stop, leave. Already stand round.
Stand from the hearse, stand from the body.
Refrain to go slow, Antony.
Nay, press not so upon me. If you have tears, prepare to shed them now. You all do know this man. I remember it was on a summer's evening in his tent that day he overcame the mare reed. Look, in this place where Cassius' dagger grew. See what a rent the envious Castor made. Through this the well-beloved Brutus stabbed, and as he plucked his cursed steel away, mark how the blood of Caesar followed it, as rushing out of doors to be resolved, it is so unkindly not to know. For Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's beauty. Judge, O you gods, how dearly Caesar loved him. This was the most kindest of all. But when the noble Caesar saw him stabbed, he fled. More strong than traitor's arms, quite vanquished, then burst his mighty heart, and in his mantle muffling up his face, even at the base of Pompey's statue, with all the while ran to run. Great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall was there, my countrymen, that I and you and all of us fell down whilst bloody treason flourished over us. Oh, now you weep, and I perceive you feel the dint of pity. These are gracious drops. Kind soul, was when you but your hold. Our Caesar's rescue needed. Look you here. Here he is himself, marred as you see with traitors.
Oh, hideous spectacle.
Noble Caesar! Awful daggers of traitors, villains!
All those bloody signs! Stay! Good friends, sweet friends, let me not stir you up to the blood of beauty. They that have done this deed are honorable. What private griefs they have, alas, I know not, that made them do it. They are wise and honorable, and will no doubt with reason to answer you. I cannot, friends, to steal away. I know of it, as Brutus is. But, as you know me well, all that love my friend, and that they know full well that gave me public leave to speak of them. For I have neither wit, nor words, nor worth, action, nor utterance, nor the power of speech to stir men's blood. I only speak what is on me. I tell you that if you yourself do well, so you sweet Caesar's beauty, poor, dumb, and hearts. And they don't speak for me. But for I, Brutus answered me. There were an Antony with ruffle up your spirits and put a tongue in every wound of Caesar, that should lead the stones of Rome to rise and mutiny.
We'll burn the house of Brutus!
Then hear me, countrymen, then hear me speak. My friends, you go to do you know not what, wherein hath Caesar thus preserved your love. That you know not. You forgot the will I give you. Here is the will, and under Caesar's seal, to every Roman citizen, he gives to every several man 75 drachmas. Bear your patience. Moreover, he has left you all his flocks, his private harbor, and orchards. On this side Tiber, he has left you your heirs forever. Common place to walk abroad and recreate yourself. Here was a Caesar. When comes another? Never, never.
Come away! We'll burn his body in the holy places with the brand spire the traitors' houses. Take up the body!
Now let us work. Misty, thou art the first. Take thou I'm out, fellow.
He makes us come to Rome.
Where is he?
He in Caesar's house.
And thither will I straight to his. He comes upon which fortune is made. In this need,
I heard him say those pastors are like man in the world.
belike they had some those certain people. How I had lived them. Bring me to talk to you.
I dreamt tonight that I did peace with Caesar. In things I'm not to charge my hands. I have no will to want to focus. Yet something needs me for.
What is your name?
Answer every man to my question.
I, briefly.
I and why to your best.
What is my name? Whither am I going? Where do I dwell? Am I a married man or a bachelor? Then to answer every man, directly and briefly, wisely and truly. Wisely I say, I am a bachelor.
That's as much as to say there are fools that marry. Well, marry a man for that, I fear. Proceed directly.
Directly I'm going to the funeral.
As a friend or an enemy?
As a friend.
That matters is directly. For your dwelling.
I dwell by it.
Your name, sir, truly.
Tear him to pieces, he's a conspirator!
I'm Sid the poet! I'm Sid the poet!
Tear him for his bad verses. Tear him for his bad verses.
I'm not Sid the conspirator!
It's no matter. His name's Sinner. Let's put his name on his heart and turn him to go. Tear him! Tear him! Come, Grant, go! Catch us in! Guard all! Some attack his house and some to the garrison. Some to cast us! Away! Go!
one condition, Julius strong to that he who is your sister's son.
You shall not live. Look, in the spot, I damn you. But lovers, go ye to Caesar's house. Fetch the will hither, and we shall determine how to cut off some tribe from the other cities.
What, shall I come here? Or here, at the capital?
This is a slight one needs to be sent on the Agnes. This week, the threefold road divided, we can stand one of the three today.
Well, fit to his voice on who should die unto let the second scripture.
Hear this, I've seen what it is. And though we lay his honors on this man to ease ourselves of diverse, slanderous loads, he shall but bear them as the ass bears gold, to groan and sweat under the business, either led or driven, as we point to. And having brought our treasure where we live, they put we down his load and have him off, like an empty ass, to shake his ears and praise his promise.
You may do your will, but he is a tried and doubted soldier.
So is my course. And for that, I do appoint him to explore property. It is a creature that is taught to lead, to stop, or run directly off. The sparkle knows double by my spirit. And in some cases, his left is quite so. He must be taught and trained and bid go forth. A barren spirited fellow, one that feeds on objects, arts, and communications which are used and escaped by other men, including his back. That's and now, Octavius, listen, great things. Brutus and Cassius are levying powers. We must straighten it head. Therefore, let our alliance be combined, our best friends made, our meetings stretched, and let us presently go to our progress in that may be best split.
Let us do so. For we are at the state of debate about many enemies. Those who smile, I fear, in their hearts have millions of
Stand ho! Give the word, hold and stand! Oh now, Achilles, it's precious near. He's in hand. The guards come to salutation from his master. He greets me well. My master Pindarus, either by his own charge or by little officers, has given cause to which things done undone. If he be at hand, I shall be satisfied.
I do not doubt, but that my own master will hear, such as he is, full of regard and honor.
He is not doubted. Achilles, a word. I will receive, let it be resolved.
With courtesy and respect, but not with such familiar instances, nor with such free and friendly confidence as he has been.
Observe the hot friend. Although Achilles, when love begins to sicken and kill, use of enforced ceremony. Further tricks and play in simple favor, hollow men and forces rod in hand, make gallant show and pride in their nettle. Women should endure the bloody stir, and fall their crests, and like a deceitful jade sink in the tribe. What is wrong here?
They knew this night in songs, people. The greater part, the more so than
He is alive. March gently on the preaching. Stand power. Speak the word along.
stand!
Stand. Most noble brother, you've done me wrong. Judge me, you gods. Call I my enemies, but then how should I wrong a brother? Brutus, this sober form of yours hides want, and when you do pass your speaking face, you look this softly, I do know you well. For the eyes of both our armies, they should receive nothing but blood from us, let us not pray. If they stand apart, then in my tent, Cassius, enlarge your boots, and I will give them audience. Pindarus, let our commanders lead their charges off a little from this ground. Lucius, do the like. Let no man come to our tent till we have done our conference. Let Lucilius and Titinius guard our door.
But you have wronged me about hearing this. You have condemned and noted Lucius Pella taking bribes at the Sardians, wherein my letters, praying on his side because I knew the man, was slighted off. You borrow yourself to write. In times such as this, it is not meet that every nice offense should bear his comment.
Let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself stand much condemned to have an itching call to sell and march your officers with gold and reserves.
I, an itching call. You know that you are Brutus that speaks, and so by the gods this speaks what else you will last.
The name of Cassius honors this corruption. Chastisement doth therefore hide his head.
Chastisement! Remember March! The eyes of March, remember? Did not great Julius leave for justice's sake? What villain that did touch that body, that did stab and not for justice? What shall we that struck down the foremost man in all this world for supporting warlords, shall we now contaminate our fingers with base bribes and sell the mighty space of our large honors for so much trash as may be grasped with us? By the gods, I'd rather be a dog and make the moon than such a Roman.
Brutus, think not, I'll not endure it. You forget yourself and head to the end. I'm a soldier, I, elder in practice, able than yourself to make conditions.
Go to, you are not Cassius.
I am.
I say you are not.
Urge me no more. I shall forget myself. Have mind upon your help. Tempt me no further.
Away, slight man.
Is it possible?
Then, for I will speak. Must I give way to your rash color? Must I obey when a madman stares?
Oh, God, you not. Must I endure
all this? I will. Friends, to your proud heartbreak, go show your slaves how tolerant you are, and make your bondmen tremble. Must I budge? Must I observe you? Must I bend and crouch under your testy humor? By the gods, you shall digest the litter of your spleen, though it split you. From this day forth, I'll use you for my mirth, yea, for my laughter, when you are waspish.
Is it not this?
You say you are but a soldier. Go ahead. Make your vaunting true, and I shall be glad to learn of noble men.
You wrong me every way you wrong me, Brutus. I said an elder soldier, not a better. Did I say better?
If you did, I care not.
When Caesar lived, he durst not utter you.
Peace, thou durst not, but so tempted him.
I durst not.
No. What?
Durst not tempt him.
For your life, you durst not.
Do not presume too much upon my love. I may fear that I shall be sorry.
You have done that you should be sorry for. There is no terror, Cassius, in your threats, for I am so strong-armed in honesty that they pass me by as the idle wind, which I respect not. I did send to you for certain sums of gold, for I can raise no money by vile means. By the gods, I'd rather coin my heart and drop my blood for drachmas than wring from the hard hands of peasants so much vile trash as may be grasped with us. I can send to you the gold to pay my legions, which you denied me. Is this done by Caius Cassius? Should I have answered Caius Cassius so, when Marcus Brutus grows so covetous to lock such rascal counters in his friends? Be ready, you gods, with all your thunderbolts, dash him to pieces.
I denied you not.
You did.
I did not. He was but a fool that brought my answer back. Brutus, I cried for my heart. A friend should bear his friends' infirmities, but Brutus makes mine greater than they are.
I do not to be practiced them. You do not love me. I do not like your faults.
A friendly eye could never see such faults.
Lazarus could not, though they were as huge as high Olympus.
Come, Antony and young Octavius, come. Revenge yourselves alone on Cassius, for Cassius is a weary of the world, hated by the ones he loves, braved by his brother, cheat like a bond, all his faults observed, set in a notebook, carved and wrote to cast into my teeth. Oh, I could weep my spirit from mine eyes. Here is my dagger, and here my naked breast within the heart, here of the fruit of mine, richer than gold. But thou beest rather take it forth, and I be gold will give you my heart. Strike as thou didst Julius Caesar. For I know when thou gavest it worse, thou lovest him better than thou ever loved Crassus.
Sheathe my dagger. The angry with will, it shall have scope. Do what you will, dishonor shall be human. O Cassius, you are yoked to a land that bears anger like a flint bears fire, which much in force shows a hasty spark, and straight is cold again. Cassius lived to be birth, and laughter makes Brutus with grief. What if I confess that I spoke that I was intimate too? You confess so much. And my heart too. Oh, Brutus, what's the matter? Nothing but enough to bear with me, and that rash which my mother gave me makes me forgetful. Yes, and from henceforth, when you are over earnest with your Brutus, your mother chides and make you say, you shall not come to them. How now? What's the matter? Quietly, doth this silly rock. Get thee gone, Sirrah, saucy fellow, hence. Brutus, bear with him. This is fashion. I'll know his humor. He knows his place. What do the wars do with these jigging fools? Companion, hence.
Away, be gone.
Julius and Titius, bid our commanders launch their companies for tonight.
And come yourselves, and bring us all with you immediately to us.
Lucius, a bowl of wine.
I did not think you could have been so angry. Cassius, I am weary of many proofs. Your philosophy, you think no use to give place to accidental evils. And there's sorrow never. It's dead. Oh, fortune is dead. For escape by killing when I cost you so. Such an insupportable loss upon what sickness.
Patient my absence. Indeed, young Octavius was not Antony, though so strong, but with my letters, will save tidings here. So distracted, the king's absence followed fire.
Right so?
So, oh, you don't forgot. You still won't. With this, I bury all unkindness.
My heart is thirsty for that noble friend. Fill, Lucius, for the wine or swell the cup, for I cannot drink too much Brutus' blood.
Welcome, good Messiah. Welcome, brave Titius. Now simply about this table here and call into question our present necessities. Without harm any more. Messiah, I have received letters that Mark Antony and Octavius come down upon us with a mighty power, bending the weight of their expedition here towards Philippi. I saw that letter with the self-same method before addition. But by description of those following, Octavius Antony represents hundreds of them. I just got with a Greek. Mine spoke of 70 senators that died by that description. Cicero being one.
Cicero?
Cicero is dead. By that order, no, Messiah. You are nothing in the literature. Nothing, Messiah. This is strange. Why? You are Furnius. No, nothing. Now, as you are a Roman, tell me true. Well, like a Roman, I heard that you got cut. But certain she is dead. That strange man. Why? Oh, well. Fortunate. Must die, Messiah, and reflecting that she must die once, I have the strength to endure that. Even so, there is many great ones.
I am much myself the same in thought, yet my nature cannot bear it so.
Yeah. Your present work alive. What think you of marching Philippi presently?
I think it not good.
Your reason.
This is it. It is that the enemy should seek us, so as to waste his means, wearing his troops, doing self-defense, while we, lying still and full of rest, defense, and the
Good priests must of course give way together. You must know that the people twist this ground in Philippi to stand within a force of affection. We have grudged them contribution. The enemy coming along by them shall make a full number up. come on new added, refreshed, and improved. To which event we can cut him off and at Philippi we can face him, these people at our backs.
Hear me, good
I
brother.
will come. You must know besides that we have tried the utmost of our friends. Our legions stand grim full, our cause is right. The enemy increaseth every day. We at the height stand ready to decline. There is a tide in the affairs of men which, taken at the flood, leads on to glory. Amidst all the voyage of this life is bound in shallows and miseries. Upon such a whole sea are we now afloat, which if not taken, we shall lose our vengeance.
And with your will, to all, we can
The deep of night is crept on our top, and nature must obey necessity, which we will cover in the rest. There is no more to say. No more. Go on, no more. Lucius! Maria. Good night, Miss Anna. Good night, good Titinius. Noble Cassius. Good night and good repose.
Oh, brother, this wasn't no beginning of the night. Never clean our souls from such division. Let it not be.
There is that. Good night, good brother. Good night, Lord Julius. Good night, all. It's our instrument, boy. Here in the tent. Those speak Strauss, right? They might rain me off. Watch. Go to Fort Claudius and some other time. I'll have them lie up cushions in my tent.
Mara, buddy. Calls, my lord?
Come in, sirs, to my tent. Lie down and sleep. If maybe I shall raise you on some business, my body passes.
So please you will stand watch.
I will not have it so. Lie down, good sirs. Lucius, it's the book I sought for, sir. I left it in the pocket of my gown. I was sure your lordship would not be with me. There with me, good boy, I must forget it. Next I raised thy heavy eyes down, I just straight to it. I, my lord, ain't it easy? It does, my good boy. It troubled thee much, but thou art good. It is not easy. Do not urge thy duty, press thy right. No young bloods look for it, I am impressed. I had slept already, and it was well done. I shall sleep again, and not will be long. Would you do it? I would be good to you. But the slumber layest down thy leaden legs upon my board, plays the music. That you may do not wrong each other. That's not that, that's good. Good couple. Good day. Let's see. Please watch that. It comes. It's
The sublime eyes that shapes this most perceptive vision. It's a problem. What art thou? Art thou some god? Some angel? Some devil which makes my blood cold and my hair to stare? Speak to me what thou art!
Die! Evil spirit, Brutus!
Would you with me?
Tell me thou shalt see me again at Philippi.
What? I shall see thee again.
Aye, at Philippi.
What? See thee again. Spirit, I wouldn't have more talk with you. Boy! Lucius, awake! Claudius! Cyrus, awake! Claudius!
Strings my word, false.
Cease this instrument. Lucius, awake!
My lord,
What didst thou dream that thou didst so cry out?
I did not know that I did buy.
Yes, that thou didst thou see anything?
Nothing well. It is a petition.
Varro, Claudius, Cyrus, awake! Awake, Claudius! What didst thou dream that thou didst so cry out?
Did we, my lord?
Yes, that thou didst thou see anything? Go then, my brother Cassius. Bid him set on his powers before times and we will follow.
It shall be done, my lord.
I am in their bosoms, and I know wherefore they do it. They could be content with this in other places, and come down with fearful bravery, thinking by this face to fasten in our thoughts that they have courage. It is not so.
Good Harry, generals! Your enemy is on and trying show. They're playing side battles now, and something's been done immediately.
Octavius, lead your battle safe softly upon the left hand of the field.
Keep well with us. Take our right.
Why do you cross me with it?
I do not cross without you.
Stand and look at our way. Stand fast, Caesar. No, Caesar. We will answer on their charge. Thankful. The generals would have some words.
Straight out toward the city.
Words before blows. Is it so, countrymen?
Not that we love words better.
Good words are better than bad strokes, Octavius.
Your bad strokes, you give good words. Witness the holy name of Caesar's heart, crying, "Long live, hail Caesar!"
Antony, the posture of your blows remains yet unknown. As for your words, you rob the highways and leave them honeyless.
Not stealing.
Oh, yes, and soundless too, for you have stolen their buzzing at me, and wisely you threat before you speak.
Villains! You did not sow when your vile daggers hacked one another in the sides of Caesar. You showed your teeth like apes and fawned like hounds and bowed like bondmen, kissing Caesar's feet whilst the damned Casca like a cur behind struck Caesar on the neck. Oh, you flatterers!
Flatterers! Brutus, thank yourself. His tongue would not have offended so. Cassius might have ruled.
How come the cause? Arguing makes us sweat that the proof of it turned to red and cross. Look, I draw a sword against conspirators. When think you it goes up again? Never. When Caesar's 330 wounds be avenged. Until another Caesar hath had him slaughtered for blame of traitors.
Caesar, thou couldst not die by traitors' hands unless thou bringest them with thee.
I hope so. Who's not born to die on Brutus's sword?
Oh, if thou wert the noblest of all thy strain, young man, thou couldst not die more honorably.
A peevish schoolboy, worthless of such honor, joined with a master and a rebel.
Oh, Cassius.
Come, Antony! Away! Defiant strangers, hold in your teeth! You yearn for battle, come to the field! If not, you have stomachs!
Blow, wind, swell, billow, and swim both.
The storm is up, and all is on the hazard.
Over there, stop, the word, Lord.
What's on? What's up, my John? Son, this is my birthday. It's today. It's Cassius born. Give me your hand. Serves my witness. Today, against my will, and fall, I'm compelled to set upon one battle all over. You know that I held out pure strong as you. I now change my mind. Hardly do credit things to be massage. Coming here from Sardis, from our former we might be eagles fell, and there they perched, gorging, feeding from our soldiers' hands, who, near Philippi, had joined us. This morning they have fled and on the way. In their stead, those books and kites do fly overhead, look downward on us as if we were a sickly prey. Their shadows soon at hand from this paper, under which our army lies, ready to give up the earth. Believe not so. I believe not. For my impressive spirit, eager to lead all peaceful causes.
Even so, it is. Brutus! The gods today stand friendly, that we, lovers in peace, may leave on our days to age.
Yet since the affairs of men rest still uncertain, let's reason the worst may fall. For if we lose this battle, then this is the last time we shall speak. What then we have to do?
Even by the rule of that philosophy, by which I did blame Cato for the death he did give himself, I know not how. But I do find it both cowardly and vile, for fear of what may befall, so to prevent the time of life. Arming myself with patience, to stay the hand of some high power that governs us here below.
Triumph in the streets of Rome.
No, Cassius, no. Think not, thou noble Roman, that ever Brutus will go bound to Rome. He bears too great a mind. But this same day must end work, the Ides March begun. And whether or not we shall see each other again, I know not. And so, our everlasting farewell is given. Forever and forever farewell, Cassius. If we meet again, why? We shall smile. Not when this parting is well made.
Forever and forever farewell, Brutus. We meet again, we will smile.
Lead on then. That a man might know the end of this day's business ere it come. And it sufficeth the day will end. Then the end is known. Come! Ho! Away! I do but perceive cold demeanor in Octavius' sleep, and sudden push of him along the road. Ride,
rise, son. Let them all come down.
Oh, look, Titanius, look! The villains fly! Myself to mine own returned enemy. This ensign here of mine was turning back. I slew the coward and did take it from him.
Cassius Brutus did the work too early, who having summoned him upon Octavius, took it too eagerly. His soldiers fell to spoil, while sleep by entity are all in blows. Fly further off, my lord, fly further off. For these things your tents, my lord, fly therefore, Lord, Cassius, fly far off.
This hill is far enough. Look, Titanius, are those my tents where I perceive the fire?
They are, my lord.
Titanius, thou lovest me. Mount thou my horse, hide thy spurs, and we have fought to dawn point. And back here again, I will rest assured that we are troops with enemy or friend.
You hear again, even with thought.
The guards go higher on that hill. Regard Titanius, my sight was at a fit. And tell me what thou noticed about the field. I must come round. Where I began, then shall I end. What news, Sarah?
Oh, my lord!
What news?
Titanius is enclosed round about with horsemen big to him on the spur. Yet he spurs on. Now they're almost on him. Now Titanius, now some lights, he lights too. He's taken. Ah! And heart they shout for joy.
Come down, observe your home. Oh, coward that I have lived so long to see my best friend hang before my face. Come here, sir. In Parthia, I take you prisoner. And there I swore the saving of thy life. Whatsoever I did bid thee do, thou shalt repent. Come now, be plain. Be a free man. And with this sword, ran through Caesar's battle, search this bosom. Stand not to answer. Take down the hilt, and my face is covered. As is now, thy thou great. Ah! Caesar! Thou art revenged, even with the very sword that killed thee.
I am free. Yet not to win this far from this country, Pindar shall run. Whenever Roman shall make note of him.
It is but shame, Titanius, for Octavius is overthrown by the noble Brutus's power, as our Cassius is legion by Antony.
These times will well comfort Cassius.
Where did you leave it?
All this consulate will come there to follow him on this hill.
Not that key that lies on the ground?
You guys not let me live it. Oh, my heart!
It's not that key.
No, this was he, Saul, but Cassius is no more. The setting sun has in my red bread walked us six nights. So in his red blood, Cassius' day is set. Day is gone. Clouds, dews, and creatures come. Our deeds are done. Mistrust of my success hath done this deed.
Mistrust of good success hath done this deed? O hateful error! Melancholy's child, why dost thou search the afterthoughts of men the things that are not? O error soon conceived, thou never comest into a happy birth, but kills the mother that engendered thee.
Look, the nurse. Where are the nurse?
Seek them, Titanius, whilst I go meet the noble Brutus, thrusting this report into his ears. I may say thrusting it, for piercing steel and darts and venom shall be as welcome to the ears of Brutus' head and his sight.
I will listen. I will seek for the nurse why. Why did you send this poor brave Cassius? Did you not hear the shouts? Why not leave my friends? Did you not look on the victory? Or did they give it to me? Did thou not hear those shouts? Everything. But hold me. Take this girl in and back. Brutus, come face, and see how I have regarded Caius Cassius. By your leave, Caius. This is your Roman's heart. Come, Cassius' sword. Find Titanius' heart. Ah!
Where was all the upper body lie? Low yonder, and Titinius mourning it. His face is upwards. Oh, Julius Caesar, thou art mighty yet! Thy spirit stalks abroad and turns our swords in our own proper entrails. What yet two Romans living such as these? Alas, all the Romans and we shall never again breathe our element. Friends, I owe more tears to this dead man than you shall see me pay. You shall find it hard. Come! And to Thessos, send his body. His funeral shall not be held in our camp, lest it discomfort us. Come, Achilles, and come, young Cato, let us to the field. Let the Baal and Flavius set our battles on. And Romans, 'tis 3:00, and yet ere night we shall try fortune in a second fight. Yet, oh yet, my countrymen, hold up your heads.
Well, bastard up not! Who are you with me? I'll collect my name off the field. I'm Sir Mark Cannell. Ho! Opposed to charge to my country's friend. I'm Sir Mark Cannell. Ho!
Oh, young and noble Cato, what thou down? Why, as thou diest as bravely as Titinius, may the honor be Nicholas' son.
Yield and thou diest.
Only I yield to die. There is so much that thou wilt kill me straight. Kill me, and the honor of his death.
You must not. I know a prisoner.
Tell him I can't. Take. I'll take the news. Who's the general? Where is he? Safe, Antony. Brutus is safe enough. I dare assure thee that no enemy shall ever take alive the noble Brutus, the gods defend him from so great a thing. When you do find him, or alive or dead, he shall be found like Brutus, like himself.
He's not Brutus, but I assure you, the prize no less important. Keep this man safe. Give him all my kindness. I'd rather have such men. Go on and see whether Brutus be alive or dead. Bring us word about Brutus' tent.
All remains of friends dressed on this rock.
Until you showed the torchlight of our Lord and came not back. These are taken or slain.
Simply tired, Bacchus. Slain is a word that is a deep infection.
What's I, my Lord, no, not for all the world.
Cease to your words.
I'll rather kill myself.
Hark me, Tautonus.
Shall we choose a few, or perhaps no places? What will request the burning maiden to kill him refuses? Look, he meditates. Now is that noble vessel so full of grief that it runs over he that dies.
Good Voluptuous, list a word.
What says my Lord?
This Julius, the ghost of Caesar hath visited me twice, several times on that.
saw this twice in this past night here in Philip Mountains. I know that color is come.
Not so, my lord.
Even so, Julius, thou seest the world, how it goes. Our enemies have beat us in a pit. It is more honorable for us to weep in ourselves than tarry till they push us in. Thou knowest that we two went to school together. But for that, our love of old, I pray you, hold thou the sword, whilst I do run upon it.
Not an office for a friend, my lord.
Fly, my lord, fly! There is no carrying here!
I farewell then to you, and you, good Julius. Stand up. Stand up, asking all this wild speak. Farewell to you too, good Strata. Captain! My heart doth joy that in all my life I met no man but he was true to me. I shall have glory by this dying day, more than Mark Antony and young Octavius shall by this vile conquest ascertain unto. And so farewell. Brutus's tongue hath almost finished his life's sad history. Night hangs upon my eyes. My bones the breast that have but labored to achieve this hour.
Fly, my lord, fly!
Hence I will follow. Strato! I pity thee, Strato. Stay thou by thy lord. Thou art a fellow of good respect. Thy life hath had some smack of honor in it. I pray thee, hold thou the sword, and turn away thy place whilst I do run upon it. Wilt thou, Strato?
Give me a hand first. Fare you well, my lord.
Farewell, good Strato. Caesar, I will be still. I will not live to the path so cruel.
What man is that?
My master's name. Strato, where is thy master?
Free from the bondage you are in, Sala. The conquerors can lay a fire of you. For Brutus has only overcome himself, and no man else have honored by his death. So Brutus should be found. I thank thee, Brutus, for thou hast proved Julius' sin.
I will entertain all men who serve Brutus. Brother, thou wilt still thy time.
Ah, if the Sala would permit you.
You serve Brutus.
What right thy master, Strato?
I would only sword if you did run upon it.
Octavius, then take him to follow thee with good order of service to my master.
This was the noblest man of them all. All which is there to save only he did that they did, and envy of great Caesar. He only in a general honest thought, common good to all made one of them. His life was gentle, and the elements so mixed in him that nature might stand up to save to all the world. Yes.
And according to his virtue, let us use him with all respect and honesty. Tonight, in my tent, the stone shall lie most like a soldier, ordered honorably. So clear the field and let's away. What the glories of this happy day.
Now let me just steal this.
Warning. This is actually